Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, and we're gonna have a little chat about Fendi. Have I broken up with Fendi? I mean, despite the fact that I am on a no-buy/low buy year this year, I haven't bought any Fendi, and let's talk about why. So, I realize that all fashion houses, they go through cycles, and, sometimes you're a little bit down on a house, or it's maybe not your most favorite at the time, and then it can kind of come back up and rise up sort of into your favorites again. I think for me, that's kind of been Louis Vuitton recently. I've definitely made many more purchases of Louis Vuitton, especially last year, I think, but I also purchased a lot of Fendi last year too. So, and some might think maybe it's because Brandon, my beloved Fendi sales associate, is no longer with Fendi, but that really doesn't have anything to do with it. But I want to go back to last September and what would have been the spring summer 2024 runway. And I remember watching it. I don't think I watched it live. I think I rewatched it on the Vogue app. And I just remember being really, really uninspired, and not even just uninspired. I just frankly didn't like it at all. And it mainly came down to the color palette that they chose for spring summer. It did not spark any joy in me whatsoever. So obviously spring summer then launched, and Ross, does what he does very well, and he sent me the lookbooks and sent them to me. I did go in and filmed, I think, a shopping vlog, where I went in and tried on some of the bags, and I did like they had an absolutely stunning black petite peekaboo, I see you peekaboo, in the, it wasn't in Galusha, it was in Karung, absolutely gorgeous, and it was a beautiful, beautiful bag. But I have so many black bags. I don't need another black bag. And so that one caught my eye. I will say I was kind of thinking and playing in my mind about the mini baguette of that season that came in the multicolor, and it was like different colors of blue. So it was kind of a dark blue, a navy blue, and kind of a denim blue, and a light blue. And I thought that would really look good with jeans. Like I did think about that. I ended up waiting too long, and that bag sold out. So I was like, that's fine. And it was really early in the year, you guys, at that point. I want to say it was maybe like February time frame. And, because I had this whole low buy, no buy year ahead of me, didn't really know that I was ready to buy my first bag of 2024 if I was only going to buy 4. I wasn't quite sure that I was ready to commit one of those 4 precious bag purchases to that mini baguette. So anyway, clearly I didn't get anything from the spring summer collection. And then we had the summer drop, right? And I looked at some of those bags thinking about going to Spain and potentially wanting to get a summer bag. But again, none of them really inspired me. I didn't really like the leather trim color that they used on like some of the raffia bags. And to be super honest with you, the price on the regular sized raffia baguette was honestly more than I wanted to spend on that style bag. My summer bag for me was going to be on 2 ends of the spectrum. It was going to be very affordable, like my Prada 2005 re-edition that I did buy in raffia in Spain, or it was going to be the absolute polar opposite, and it was going to be the Louis Vuitton Capucines in wicker or a Dior wicker bag. Like it wasn't going to be a $4,000-ish bag. It was either going to be like a $2,000 bag or a $6,000 bag. Like we were in those spheres. So yeah, it just, nothing really spoke to me. And so at the beginning of July, Ross once again sent me the lookbook for fall winter. And I had such high hopes. I must not have watched the fall winter fashion show when it would have aired in like March, I guess. And so I opened up the lookbook and yeah, it just, I don't know who at Fendi is deciding on the color palette, but we need to move on from these boring, muted greens. And I love green. I would actually really like to add a green bag to my collection, but it needs to be a fun green, not this like celery kind of celadon, sagey. It's just not my color palette. For me, colors are either jewel tones or, you know, like a navy blue. I'm just kind of gonna scroll through my phone here and look at some of the bags and kind of give you my opinion. You know, they're doing a brown croc baguette. I mean, it's gonna be $1 bazillion and I don't buy croc. So they're really leaning heavily into the Celeria styles this year, and it was that way for spring summer too. Like almost all of the baguettes are Celeria stitching, which I do happen to like, and I might be interested if it was in a color that I enjoyed. But you know, it's just this sort of very, I mean, I guess it's kind of Etude in color. It's fine, but I have Etude bags already, and I've got my puzzle bag in sand, which is in the same family. Like, it just, yeah. And then, you know, the multicolor one is this sort of a creamy pink almost, or a light, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell exactly what the background is. I guess it's more of a beige. It's a beige background with like a kind of a baby poop brown tan color and a red, I don't know if it's anyway, and a white and a little pink, and it just, again, it's not my color scheme. And then, you know, they're coming out again with some more sequin baguettes. There's this one, as I mentioned, in this kind of celery, celadon-y kind of color. And then they do have the regular baguette in that sort of Etude color. They have the mini baguette in sequins in that same celadon, sort of celery green. They have the mini baguette in the Celeria style in, again, this sort of Etude, and then this kind of, oh, I don't know what I want to call this color. It's darker than French vanilla. It's sort of a, I don't know, an ugly camel. I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's not my thing. And then there's a mini baguette in the multicolor. And then for the peekaboos, again, we're in this sort of not so pretty tan taupey color. I think the one that is in crocodile in the iconic mini peekaboo style, which I love. I'm an iconic mini peekaboo girl. All three of my peekaboos are that same style. It's this weird, again, kind of baby poop color. You know, it's coming in a cream, which I already have. And then there's an ostrich one. They're doing the I See You versions in this kind of red. It's kind of a, I wouldn't call it a cherry red, maybe kind of a raspberry-ish red. They're doing it in croc, they're doing it in ostrich, then they're doing more of the like woven kind of ones, which I don't know, again, in this color, I just don't think is great. Then they're doing this, again, in the I See You version, this woven that's like in stripes. And again, the color, it's just, you guys, the color palette is just not it. And then they're introducing a new style bag. I don't know the name of the style, so I apologize. But apparently they're going the route of the Celine Romy It's basically a copy of the Celine Romy bag, or that's what it looks like to me, okay? It looks like it's coming in a couple different sizes. Again, it looks like it's coming in black, and then maybe, again, this sort of, it's like a watered down cappuccino color, I guess. Maybe like cafe au lait. I don't know. I don't drink those kind of coffees. But anyway, you know, and again, the ready to wear, like I'm actually at a point now where I would like to buy some ready to wear, but I'm sorry, Fendi, like these colors are just, they're not doing it for me at all. There's some blue, I think, I can't tell, I guess it's denim. It's this two-tone denim, so like a really, really dark denim, and then sort of a mid to darker tone. I don't know. I don't like it. It's got this like reverse contrast top stitching, which I don't like. I think personally that the styles that they're bringing this denim out in is not attractive at all. They've got this kind of weird sort of polka dot. You know the confetti that you get in your fashion file packages when you open it up and like it's like those big things of tissue paper confetti? That's exactly what this pattern looks like. And it's coming in like a blouse and then like a long sort of a slip skirt style. And then, you know, they've got some of the standard kind of Zucca print fitted sweaters and the short sleeve sweaters and the knit dress, etc. Shoes, again, kind of in these very uninspiring colors. They still have a little, what is it, the mini Tresor bag, I think is what they're calling it. They're still doing the Fendigraphy bags. They are still apparently doing the origami bags. To be really honest with you guys, I don't think that those are selling at all. Then there's this other style. I don't really know what, again, it is. It's almost like a sort of a pochette type style, but an under the armpit bag. So it's like, I mean, you would almost think it's like a baguette, but they've got a bag that already meets this criteria. So I don't really know why you come out with that one. It looks like they're coming out with like some makeup pouches, and then like some little charms. They're, you know, I know charms are big, but I don't really understand these charms. They're like lollipop holders or something. Very, very strange. I think those were on the runway. They're continuing with the peekaboo handle covers, which I do think is a great add-on. Again, if it was in a color combination that I wanted. I could absolutely see using one on my cream colored peekaboo. I think that would be fantastic. Jewelry, you know, nothing inspiring. The sunglasses are, again, nothing super special. Looks like they're going to be coming out with some tights for the fall as well. You know, their version of like the Louis Vuitton scarf, you know, shawl, stole thing, whatever that we all used to wear, the big triangle and wrap it around. Yeah, and then some silk scarves and some wrappies. So yeah, I don't know. And then he sent me like some actual pictures, and obviously I've been throwing these up on the screen here, but like I'm looking at this peekaboo in, like I said, this very boring kind of caramel color with this really, really unattractive bag charm on it. I mean, it's like these two giant knots with these super thick cords coming out, and then there's one that like goes in two I don't know. And then there's one that's kind of fun just because it brings back memories from my childhood. It's like the fortune teller thing, you know, the thing that you used to do, and you do this thing and, you know, you'd say, okay, give me a number, and you'd count 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, they have those as bag charms. Interesting. Here's some more better pictures of, like I said, this sort of Romy style bag that they're coming out with. I mean, it looks, you guys, like literally identical to the Celine Romy bag, which, don't get me wrong, I love my Celine Romy bag, but again, could we have a little more creativity in what we're coming out with? And then, as I mentioned, these, I don't know what they're called, but these kind of baguette style, but more like a pochette, because it's a softer kind of pouch bag. But again, who needs that? If you want that style bag, buy a baguette. I mean, go for it. Like, go for the real thing. Don't go for this sort of look-alike. I don't know if this is part of that same Romy collection and it's just different sizes. And so if that's what it is, skip the small one altogether. But it does look like maybe it's in 3 sizes. Like, it's that small version, which to me just seems like a big old waste of time. And then there's kind of a medium sized, and then there's a large size, which, like I said, really looks like the Celine Romy. Yeah, now it's interesting. They're showing here, which I didn't see in the original lookbook that Ross sent me, this kind of purple color. It's like a plum, I guess. Again, nothing is bright, you guys. It's all muted colors. But it is this plum color is very pretty, I would say that. And, you know, they're like doing their own version of the Miu Miu loafers, and then they're doing their version of the Birkenstock clog. I just, like I said, I just don't see a whole lot of creativity coming out of the Fendi design team right now. I don't know what's going on with Sylvia or Kim or whatever, but I just feel like this entire year, what we've seen has been very lackluster, horrible colors. I don't honestly think that it's sold very well. I mean, you guys tell me in the comments below, do you love these color palettes that they came out with? I think kind of the only bright color that they had spring summer was that orange. And, you know, if you're not an orange person, guys, that's not going to speak to you. And other than that, they were all just really, like I said, kind of boring colors. So anyway, I don't know what to tell you guys. I want to buy from Fendi. I love what they do generally. I love that they are more out there and that they come up with more innovative and fun, and it's not the usual kind of thing. But I just have to say that so far, what we've seen from spring, summer, and the fall winter collection that's about to drop, it just ain't it for me. So that's it, my friends. Let me know in the comments below, if you are a Fendi lover, how are you feeling about Fendi these days? Have you bought anything from Fendi so far this year? I mean, we're essentially now, 7 months through the year? Let me know if you've made some purchases from Fendi, because I'm not opposed to buying from Fendi, as you all know, but I couldn't find anything to buy. I don't feel like I've missed anything. I don't feel like I haven't purchased something. I mean, despite the fact that I guess sort of missed on that blue combo multicolor mini baguette, you know, it left my brain just as quickly as it went in my brain. So what does that tell you? So let me know in the comments below how you are feeling about Fendi these days. I'm praying, guys, that the spring summer 2025 fashion show, you know, that won't be out until September, that we see something fun and some beautiful colors, because yeah, I would like to buy from Fendi in 2025, but this year, yeah, it's just not gonna happen. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I would love to see you back here. So click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. It really does mean a lot to a creator when you subscribe to their channel. If you have not had enough of me yet, there'll be another video over here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you're having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.